Mr. Kowalczyk's back with another video for Business Math, and we continue in Chapter 7. Now we are looking at Section 7-2. And what we're looking at in this section is a new way, a different way to calculate a person's new balance for their credit card. As a reminder from our last video, everybody is going to owe money whenever they use a credit card. Why? Because when you use a credit card, you are borrowing money from a credit card company, and you have to pay it back. So, you might start off each month with some sort of a balance. If you owe them no money and you've paid everything back, well, then your previous balance might be zero. But if you put any money on your credit card and you don't pay it back in full, then you'll have a new updated balance that is different, most likely higher, unless you're doing a good job at trying to pay down your debt. Now, the one thing I want to remind you again is that there will always be a finance charge. A finance charge. Credit card companies do not let you borrow money for free. They're going to get paid by calculating something known as a finance charge. And with our worksheet today and with this example today, what we're going to be doing is calculating the new balance, but using 3 steps to try and break it down a little bit and look at a different method based on the periodic rate and the unpaid balance. And we're going to go into detail about that in a little bit. So let's just jump right in. Dylan's credit card. Dylan's credit card account statement has a previous balance of $950. This month he made 2 new purchases. One was for $25 and one was for $75. He went to his bank account, or not his bank account, his credit card account online, and he made an online payment to his account. He made an online payment on his account for $150. And then this is super important. The periodic rate on his account is 1.8%. Once again, this will be used to calculate how much money he's going to have to pay for his finance charge. So with that being said, we need to find his new balance. So we've got 3 steps we're going to use. That's right, folks, 3 steps. And I will start off with step 1. Step 1, they want us to find and write out his previous balance of $950. Well, what we're going to do is subtract that from his payments and his credits. Well, as you're reading through this, yes, we see a payment. And we see a payment of $150. But we don't see any credits. That's right, we don't see any credits. Now, that's how I'm setting it up, just to show you that there are no credits for this example. Sometimes in your homework you'll have a credit, sometimes you won't. If you want, you could just set it up and have it be $150 just like that, and that's good enough for showing your work. But once again, I like to be very precise. I like to be sure that I'm doing it all, kind of perfectly. I'm kind of very focused that way. You don't have to do it this way, but I am, just to be safe. And what we get is $800. Now, this $800 right here, that is our unpaid balance. And we're going to need this $800 for step 2. In step 2, we're going to take that $800 and we're going to multiply it. We're going to multiply it times 1.8%. 1.8%. Now, let me remind you, in my class, you are supposed to take the decimal and move it over twice. So we can get rid of this number and come up with 1 point, I'm doing it wrong. 0.018. There we go. And so that's what we're going to multiply times 800. So I take the 0.018 times 800, and I get 14.4. I get 14.4. That's our finance charge. Now, I got to be honest, that doesn't look like money. Technically, what we just found was $14.40. Alright? Alright, now we come to our last step. Step 3. We take our unpaid balance. Once again, that's the $800 from step 1. We add it to the finance charge. That's the $14.40 from step 2. And we add it to any new purchases that we have. If you want to, you can separate them out like this, or you can write it as just $100 even. And when you do the math, what you get is $914.40. And that is our new balance, folks. Once again, you show your work, just like we do for all our problems, and then you write the correct answer on the line above. So, just to review, Dylan here originally started out by owing the credit card company $950. Now he owes them $914. He went down a little bit. As a reminder, if you want to learn more about credit cards, you can talk to Mr. K, do some research on your own. Like I've said before, there are great websites and financial experts out there who can talk about the dangers of using credit cards, and hopefully you can learn some more things and get better prepared for the real world. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thanks, and have a great day.